quiet village, surrounded by tall palm trees and red earth paths, where evening fires crackled and elders spoke in low, knowing voices, there lived a young woman named Amara. She was known for her beauty and her sharp mind, but also for her stubbornness. Amara had grown tired of the simple life of the village. While others found joy in farming, in marriage, and in family, she longed for something more. "I will not marry an ordinary man," she often said. "My life must be extraordinary." One evening, as the moon rose high in the sky, an old woman called Amara aside. "Child," she said gently, "not everything that shines brings light. Be careful what you seek." But Amara only smiled and walked away. Not long after, a strange man began to appear beneath a great iroko tree at the edge of the village. He never came during the day. Only at twilight he stood there, as though waiting. One evening, Amara saw him. She walked up to him without fear. "Who are you?" she asked. "I am a traveler," he replied softly. "I have seen wonders beyond this place." His voice was smooth and his presence strangely captivating. Night after night, Amara returned to him. He told her stories of distant lands filled with beauty, riches, and power. Soon, curiosity became fascination. Her mother began to worry. "Stay away from that man," she warned. "Some spirits wear the faces of men." But Amara refused to listen. One evening, the stranger spoke again. "Come with me," he said. "Be my wife, and I will give you a life beyond your dreams." Amara's heart leapt. This was everything she had wanted. Without seeking advice, without listening to warnings, she agreed. They were married that very night beneath the iroko tree. No family, no celebration, only the whispering wind. Soon, Amara left the village and followed him deep into the forest. At first, her new home was beautiful. It was filled with riches, and she lacked nothing. But something was not right. The house was always silent during the day, and her husband only returned at night. "Why do you only come when the sun sets?" she asked. "It is my nature," he replied. Days passed, and Amara began to feel uneasy. Shadows lingered longer than they should. The forest felt alive. And sometimes, at night, she would wake up and find him staring at her, with eyes that did not look human. Fear slowly crept into her heart. One evening, she decided to follow him. She moved quietly through the forest, keeping her distance. And then she saw it. His body began to change, twisting, stretching, becoming something unnatural. He was not a man. He was a spirit. Terrified, Amara ran back home. Her heart pounded as the warnings she had ignored echoed in her mind. That night, she confronted him. "You deceived me," she said, trembling. He looked at her calmly. "You chose this," he replied. "I want to go home," she pleaded. His face darkened. "Those who enter my world do not leave so easily." From that moment, everything changed. The warmth disappeared, the house became cold, and fear took the place of comfort. Amara lived in regret. But one day, she found a chance to escape. She ran through the forest with all her strength until she reached the edge of her village. When the villagers found her, she was weak and changed. She fell at her mother's feet and wept. "You warned me," she cried, "but I did not listen." Her mother held her tightly. "Not everyone who ignores warnings returns," she said softly. From that day on, Amara became humble. She listened, she learned, and she shared her story so others would not make the same mistake. And whenever young people spoke carelessly, the elders would say, "Even the brightest eyes can be blinded by desire." Moral: he who ignores wise counsel walks willingly into danger. Comment what you learned from this story. Like, subscribe, and share this with someone today.